Devastation! Our Toyota engine has failed. So what we think's happened? The engine has failed, some coils have gone, we're gonna have a look. We're gonna have to replace the engine, we think. So we've just replaced this engine in this car. This is a Toyota Yaris, obviously, because that's all we run these days. So this is a 1.33, which we don't typically run. And so what we found with this, it's lost compression on 2 or 3 of the cylinders, and the old engine is over here. So obviously this is the old engine. We lost compression on 2 of the cylinders. Apart from that, not much else wrong with it. It's been a pretty reliable car, pretty reliable engine, but this is it's unfortunately died and we've had to replace it. So there are many things that come with replacing an engine. So you've got, typically you do water pump, timing belt, clutch, always fun to do one of those, and a bunch of other maintenance items which we haven't really bothered with. But overall, we're pretty confident in this engine, but we do wonder why this one, the 1.33, has lost compression and the 1.3 hasn't. So typically with a brand new engine, you've got lots and lots of parts to change over because the stingy bastards don't want to give you any of them. So we've had to transfer this alternator, this AC pump. We need an exhaust manifold on it because when we've put it in a different car. We've had to do the clutch, transfer the gearbox over, and all that fun stuff. That's about it. Most of the pipes have come over, all the wiring harnesses have come over, and it's just a lot of work to put an engine in, really. There we are. That's it. I got the exhaust all fitted and all lovely. Didn't fit that exhaust to be very, very loud, and a bunch of other things economical with it. So fitted this radiator, and that's all well and lovely. Gonna fill that up with coolant here in a bit. Putting this radiator on is quite difficult because well, you've not got a lot to go off on there. You've got a couple bolts down here and a couple bolts down there, and it weighs a lot and it's quite awkward to get on. Anyway, moving onwards and upwards, we put this crash bar on, put the cover on, got our crash sensors somewhere down there. We're just about ready to put the bumper on and the bonnet, and all will be well. Okay, well we're gonna need to fill this gearbox now with gearbox oil. There's a fill plug on the end of the gearbox for this model of Toyota, so we're gonna undo that with a 24mm. There it goes. Look at that magic. Bang. Like that. You are right then. Now, how we do it? We get our lovely gearbox oil. There it is. It's all in there. It is 75.90. for anyone who's curious. And now we get a decent battery, some pipes, and a dream. Some might call it a pipe dream. Anyway, we've got a small electrical pump, very helpful, so we'll be using that. Someone get me a chair, my hands are full. Please. Thank you, assistant. Right. Yeah, I've got our big chair now, got our battery. What we're gonna do, stick the battery on the big chair, set the motor on there. Now this thing's got an in and an out. So we put one on there, one on the out. And now we stick our pipe in our fill hole, just like that. I'll make sure that's not coming out of there. Grab our wires from here. The slithery little bastards. And this will now spring into life once we connect the battery, like so. Put one there, so you can see it just sparking there. Still battery, so now we need to change our battery. So we'll grab this big heavy thing, Jesus, and we'll put this on the chair instead. are, see? It's squirting. Oh no. Put the pipe in there. Put that on there. Grab some trusty, dusty mole grips. Mole grip the wires to the battery. This should be all good to go after that. Yeah, there's one. There we are. And just make sure you've got fluid coming through there. This pipe is slightly transparent, so you can just see it coming up through the pipe into the gearbox. Obviously, if we took this pipe out, you'd see the fluid coming out. See, look at that, magic. Now we wait, there we are. We've obviously secured the top of this. The bottom of this will do. Now we've just got to secure the sides, because really, that's no good at all. So we'll do that after we've got our gearbox filled, and go from there. Okay, looking at it, it's just about done. You can see it's starting to, oh, it's done, it's done.
Get the funnel.
Put that somewhere under there. Disconnect that. Brilliant. Ooh. So I'm good at this. And this will come flowing out rapidly. So just be a bit careful. It missed. I'm missing. There you are. So before you ask, no, this is not really what you want to see. It's overfilled a bit. So I'm just letting it drain back into the container. If you just stuck the plug in like that, it'd be fine. So quite frankly, I think that's okay. I'm just gonna stick that in there. There we are. Just pop, 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 pop. There we are. Grab your spanner. And just. There we are. Half a turn, something like that. Should be okay. Quarter of a turn, whatever. As long as it's not leaking, as long as it's snug, all will be well.
Ow.
What are you airing about?
Hmm?
What are you airing about now?
Well, I'm owing because it's rested against my head.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one, are you?
Yeah, but my head is older and more sensitive than yours is.
Oh, shut up. I've still got my soft spot. As you can see, this turret is now outside. We started it up for the first time in the workshop.
So here we go. So this is a new engine and a new cat that Reese has fitted to our Yaris. This is amazing because Yarises don't normally need new engines, and we've been very good on the servicing. So we did the 200,000 mile service. It's now on 202,000. The original engine lost compression on one cylinder, and we have fitted a new one. And this is the moment of truth. Go!
Here we go.
Well, looks good. Try again. Yeah, not entirely brilliant, is it? One more time.
One more time.
Give it a bit of revs.
Wasn't quite right, so after a little bit of diagnosing, about 10 minutes, we discovered that there was a small leak in the back of the intake. So whenever you went to rev it up to high revs and drop it back down, it would just stall the car because there's not enough fuel in it. So we've obviously fixed that. Second time startup, everything seems to be working perfectly, and that'll be that. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications.